for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and
Alright, good night, folks. Good night. Thank you for coming and spend some time online. Yeah, I just contact folks that know I'm live, I'm ready, and foreign. So tonight we just want to start off with some English first. We're gonna start off with some English and then we're gonna move from there over to some math and then we're gonna close off this session with some physics. So if you hear me loud and clear, right, I hope just drop me a message in the chat, all right, so I could know that you are engaged, right, I hope the internet is working fine down by your end, right, so give God praise and thanks for everything, so I hope all is well, right, so, I mean, I have to learn that when, when you're working online, if courses are not here live, definitely you could always watch the replay. Right, but as I said last night, is that going forward, we hope that we're gonna get a more smoother flow and be able to, me personally, be able to manage the technology a little better. So tonight, if you notice, I'm looking mostly in front because I can actually watch ahead and see my monitor and know who's online at the same time while I'm seeing what's in front of me. All right, so are you hearing me clear, loud and clear? Talk to me, let me hear. Are you hearing me loud and clear? Sound coming through? I hope so, I hope so, I hope so. All right, and so tonight we're looking at the English paper 2, right, 2019. What I basically want to accomplish at the end of tonight's session is basically for us to take a walk through this paper, and basically I will try to exercise the kind of thinking that that you should have as you go through, the kind of planning, right? What skills you need to apply to answer certain questions, and this shouldn't take us more than half an hour. And I hopefully that you could actually take up this paper. I'm gonna drop it in the WhatsApp chat, and you could take a try at answering all these questions. Right? But tonight I just want you to get in the mindset how you need to approach things when you get into the examination. So the first thing you need to do when you get into an examination is to offer a word of prayer. I think that is the first key thing, because you need to find and have some level of peace. And for me personally, that peace only comes from God, right? So, the first thing you're doing at the exam room is, have that peace that comes from God, right? And I know for you, most of my students, you are somewhat religiously inclined, right? And hence, this is no strange, doctrine or language, right? No strange doctrine or language. So, I just realized I didn't have my writing tablet plugged in. I plugged it out a few minutes ago. All right, so let me get ensure that this paper is being shown properly on your screen so that you can all see. And we go from there. All right, so I'm going to zoom it out a little, and hopefully you're able to see it better on your screen. Is that any better? All right, it looks centered here. And we're supposed to be able to go from here. And so I was trying to scroll it. It's scrolling nice. Wonderful. So I think I could be able to show all the parts. All right, so that's the paper there. You have 2 hours and 40 minutes. 2 hours and 40 minutes. And one of the things that a lot of students miss to do is to read the instructions. I can remember hearing one story. A child came out of, this is recent years, like about 3 or 4 years ago. Child came out the examination. She was all hype and ready and stuff and so on. So, as friends, you always reach after the examination, you talk about the question. She was like, what? There was another question? Yeah. And that shouldn't happen to you. Always take the time, even though you might be doing these papers through practice. Always watch out and read and check the instructions. Right? Check the instructions. So I'm looking at my screen. I notice that the feed is not receiving enough video. I don't know. Are you seeing or hearing from me still? I can't really tell, because last night I had something strange. I recognized that when I finished the stream and I was replaying it, I realized the last session that I had, or last 5 or 10 minutes, I was doing a particular area reinforcing a concept, but it wasn't recorded. So, I hope that doesn't happen when I have to see these errors showing up on my screen. Good. So somebody's asking a good question. How many minutes you should allocate for skimming? I'm telling you, skimming is, they will tell you a good rule of thumb is 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. However, it depends on what you do through that skimming, because what I want you to understand when it comes to examinations, there are different techniques. I guess some of you will feel nice if you see me on screen. So let me put myself on screen so you can see how I look. So there I am, right? So I was saying to you, it depends on your skill level, your level of confidence, and the techniques that you are actually going to be using, right? So for some people, they just skim to basically know, what kind of questions are there. And then there is a more, I don't know if you want to call it skimming, but it's like a premeditated plan. And more so, I mean, for English, it might be a little different, the approach might be a little different, but like for more critical thinking subjects, I've got to be careful not using those words, people feel away, right? But, talking about subjects such as mathematics and physics, and you might have some other subjects whereby you have options and so on, right? Then when you're skimming, you could also be executing a plan at the same time. All right, executing a plan at the same time, meaning that you decide clearly that I'm going to be answering this question, that question, and I need to take note of these facts or points or these concepts. You need to jot it down whilst you're skimming. So that might take a little bit more time, but what it's actually doing is preparing you to execute, you understand, faster when you start to apply yourself to really answer the questions, right? But for English, you're basically, let's read the instruction. You're basically expected to answer almost all the questions. So, all in all, you got to plan which question you're going to answer first. I think that's where it comes down to. And I think what should be your guiding principle is, what questions can I answer the fastest and obtain the most marks for, right? Because it's all about accumulation of marks. Always think about examination as all about accumulation. Here a little, there a little, accumulate, right? That should be your primary objective. So with that being said, let's go through these instructions. I hope I answer your questions or your question there, how long you should, spend skimming the paper, but at least 5 minutes, right? Or maximum 5 minutes. But if you're going to be very much more strategic in it, then you can allow to take a little longer. But remember, time management is one of your most important attributes that you must take into account, or you must manage. All right, you must manage time, in other words, while you work these papers. Right, so as I said to you, the first thing you need to do is to look at your instructions. So let's run through that there quickly. All right, so this paper consists of 4 sections, A, B, C, and D. So you have 4 sections. Section A consists of 1 question. You must answer that question. Section B consists of 1 question. You must answer this question. Section C consists of 2 questions. You must answer 1 question from this section. And section D consists 1 question. You must answer this question. So how many questions you ought to answer at the end of this paper? Talk to me. How many questions? So you ought to answer at least. Alright? You ought to answer at least 1 question. So, sorry about that, right? My daughter's here, so she distracted me a little there. I was saying to you, you must answer at least. Sorry, how many questions you ought to answer? You have to answer 1 from section A, 1 from section B, 1 from section C, and 1 from section D. So those are, so that is 4 questions you need to answer. Alright, take note, it says write your answers in the spaces below. Write your answers in the spaces below provided in the booklet. Do not write in the margins. Why? Alright, and they say you are advised to take some time to read through the paper and plan your answers. So this goes to what I said in the introduction. You need to, be very strategic on how you're skimming and scanning. If you need to write any answer and there's not enough space to do so on the original page, you must use the extra line page provided at the back of this booklet. Remember to draw a line through your original answer. Alright? If you use any extra page, you must write the question number clearly in the box provided at the top of the extra page. Where relevant, include question part beside the answer. So, some students are so nervous and afraid in the examination, they run out of paper and they're afraid to call the invigilator and ask them more paper and what's not. No, don't let that be a part of your thinking. Alright? You feel free to ask and utilize all the papers that you need. Right, and just ensure that you number your questions properly. Right, so that's your instructions. And so after praying, getting that peace, spend some time reading your instructions. and then you start skimming. So let's skim the questions quickly. Let's see how skimming would look like in an examination. So you have this question that suggested 40 minutes. So by now you should have your timepiece. You're looking, already spent about 2 minutes reading the instructions. All right, so I'm now skimming to see what it looks like. So I realize right away off the bat, I have a summary, and this should be familiar to you. You understand, because you've been working these papers and practicing these papers before, so you should know the key instructions here, but it doesn't kill to read it, so I advise that you read it still. Right, remember, so you look at the topic, you kind of get an idea, the gauge of how many paragraphs you have to read here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. Okay, interesting. It's not a long passage, right? Not a long passage to summarize. So this is a good notice. You recognize that. You should make notes here. This will not be marked. So you have a space that you could make notes. Now, the first question 1, so you must write your points for the summary on this page. So list 5 main points. So you're getting 5 marks for just listing your 5 main points. And you know by now you're supposed to know how you go about looking for your main points. Please don't get caught up that the main points is always the first sentence in each paragraph. That's not necessary. You need to read, right, and ascertain what the paragraph is talking about. So you have to look at the thesis statement or the main sentence or the main idea within the paragraph. So you jot it down, right? 5, and those 5 marks right away. And don't get carried away. Don't feel that all these pieces are perfect pieces whereby you have like one main point in a paragraph or so. You have to look, sometimes you have, different authors write, just like how you could write things in some strange ways. Authors can do that too. So you must look out. Sometimes you might find, more than one main point in a paragraph too. So as you might be thinking, okay, look, this thing only has four paragraphs. So you're thinking to yourself, hey, am I getting 5 main points of main ideas? So that's already indication that one of those paragraphs, or it will be more than one of those paragraphs, even before you read it, right? You might be looking for more than 1 point being highlighted, right? So that's something to think about. So you continue in, and then you start writing your summary on this page, right? So you're just scanning right now. We're not really committing to anything as yet. So you can have an idea what the paper looks like. Write your answer. This is section B. You must answer this question. It's 30 minutes to allocate for this. Study the situation, present below, and complete the task below. So you have to do what? Write a report. Right, so it must be in continuous prose. Right, so it says, imagine you're a class prefect, write a report to the principal. Right, format your report, select relevant and complete information, organize and express the information in your report, use appropriate grammar, sentence structure, vocabulary, spelling, and punctuation. All right, so that is, you have to do that, so you don't have a choice. All right, and it says word continuous prose keep coming up all the time. All right, it just means to write it in complete paragraphs, right? Flowing paragraphs, not like points and jotty, or, just basically have nice, smooth flowing ideas and concepts. Right, that's what's expected there. So you don't know that's something you got to do. Right, and you have space for you to write your answers. Then you go to section C. You must answer one question from this section. So you're expecting more than this section contains 2 sets of questions. You have to decide what you like. Here you have a stimulus or a stimuli, right? And hence, you need to look at the photo and generate or create a story based on the picture. Know that you could add, characters outside and even have events and scenes outside this photo, and then tie everything back into this photo. Or maybe you could start with this photo and go to some destination. These are the ideas you're flowing with, what direction you may want to go as you skim and scan. All right? Right, so this is something that you could decide if you love to do that, 25 marks. Or there's the other option, right? They give you a statement, or a sentence. Everyone thought Summer had everything. He was a successful young businessman and liked by his peers. Then the unexpected happened. Whoa, this is a beautiful one. What is the unexpected that happened? Oh boy. That's a nice one. Write a story which includes the sentence. Now, there again, this is some beautiful, stimulus or stimuli, some good points or good questions, I must say, that, that kind of stimulated some interest for me personally. I don't know what it's doing for you, but, you need to, these are the kind of things you start thinking, what you feel comfortable with. Do you want to go to question 3? Work your way with there, or you want to work with this? These are the things you're doing while you're skimming and scanning, right? And you could jot down, you know what, I'm going to do 4, or I'm going to do question 3. And you answer your question there. And then you go to the final section, which is section D. So 50 to 300 words. So what are they asking us to do? Bodybuilding competitions and beauty pageants are degrading to men and women. Write an essay giving your views on this statement. So you must answer this question. So you got giving your views. Now, you could have positive views, negative views, or supporting views or opposing views, right? You have to decide which is your strongest position and take that position, right? I want to encourage you to try doing it both ways. I mean, some students are gifted in that area, but the choice is yours again. But, try to choose a side of the argument, right? And stick to it. And try to remember all the guidelines that I've given over the months and years on how to go about thinking and structuring your essays. Ensuring you have a proper introduction with its relevant parts and elements, and then everything flows from there into your body, and then you have a conclusion, right? So that is basically what it entails, just skimming and scanning, all right? And so you don't have an idea what's there. So what is the decision? Which one are you gonna do first? Which one are you gonna do first? I don't know. For me, some people will decide to start from question 1 and move down. That's a choice, right? That's a personal choice or preference, right? But just know that you don't have to work like that. If you prefer to work with the last one first, the option is all yours. The option is all yours. You have to be strategic. So you have to know your strengths and weakness, right? So you get over your strengths quickly, so you have sufficient time to work in your weak areas. So maybe summary is not your best baby, right? And you might rather write your story first. Maybe you're a little intimidated about writing a report, right? So you have to decide what you're going to do, but don't be in a position whereby you run out of time, all right? Don't be in a position where you run out of time. So be very strategic in your skimming session. So skimming might take you about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? But make those decisions beforehand, and again, pray, and then start to execute. So, for the sake of simplicity though, let's talk about the summary, what's expected there. All right, I'm just going to tell you what is expected, and I expect you will take this paper and go do some work this evening after this session. So, next 15 minutes or so, I should finish with the English for tonight. So, let's talk about the summary. So, the first thing you need to do is to read the summary. All right, and as you read it, you should underline, because you will have this physical paper in front of you. Underline all your main points. All right, you read and stuff, you underline your main points. I'm just randomly thinking, I haven't read this. Well, I'm just showing you how to work through your paper. You see that's the main point. You might see the main point somewhere here. Sometimes the main point could be at the end. And everything else is just talking about the main point. And so you work through this paper and you identify at least 5 to 7 main points. Right? And you could jot them down, you could jot them down here if you so desire. And then you come down to your question and you list your 5 main points that you've highlighted. And that's 5 marks off the bat. Then you go down to your summary. Now, the summary is based on your main points. You're writing points, 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 points. That is not your objective. It's not to write points, points. Your objective is to basically take those points and arrange them in such a way whereby they express the same ideas that is being expressed in the essay, right, or in the article. However, it must be in your own words. And that's where your vocabulary comes in. It must be written in your own words. So I must never read word for word or verbatim exactly what's, the same sentence structure and everything that I see in the article or in the summary piece or the snippet in your summary. Right? I must not see the exact same thing word for word. So you change sentence structure. You could even rearrange the ideas because you want to write this thing in one paragraph where everything flows. So and remember the things I said, you don't express your own opinion. If the piece never said this was the reason for something, you don't suggest it. You understand? You stick to what the piece is actually saying and not adding your own opinion. You understand? So that's one of the key things. Write those points over in your own words, arrange them in a way where it flows, write them in your own words. And that's why they say continuous prose, one paragraph. Express everything in one paragraph. 120 words. Now don't fall short of this 120 words by more than 10. And don't go over at all, because when you go over, they don't count, or they don't even check to read the rest. So stick to everything within the word limit. Don't fall below by more than 10 words, right? And try your best not to go over. Now remember, when you write in summary, one of the key things you must also take note of is that you filter out. You don't give examples and all these things. There are things you give. You filter out. Take out those examples and illustrations and so on. You stick to the main ideas, right? You filter that out, right? So think of it like you're passing all these words through a strainer, all right? And you're only collecting the main points, right? And the main points, the main essence of what is being said. Sometimes some sentences could be rephrased, could be expressed by using even one word or short phrase. Look at how you could shorten the expression, right? The say or mean the same thing, right? So those are your tips to summary. Practice that. I hope it's clear how you should approach this. Read, highlight your main points, jot down your main points, write those main points over in your own words in one paragraph. Arrange those points in a way that it flows and it makes sense without adding your own opinion. So all you're doing is changing words and sentence structure, right? And even change the arrangement of how the points are even expressed if you so desire. But remember, never add your own opinion, right? I think that's some key tips for that question summary. All right, so you go over to report writing. All right, remember they actually give you a summary of what transpired and so on, and basically you have to imagine you're a class prefect and you're given a report to the principal. All right, so ensure that you be respectful, you give relevant information and complete information, select the relevant complete information. All right, ensure that it's done in past tense. All right, there's something you need to pay attention to, your tense, right? Check your spelling, punctuation, and so on. That's where you're going to maximize your marks on, right? So there's so many different types of reports and stuff, and so you should spend some time looking up on reports, right? And how to properly format different types of report. Then we go on to question number 3. So you choose. Now, this is where I always emphasize, remember, this is a story. It's not a composition. right? So one of the key things about every story, and even in essays too, I always encourage you students to do is to have a hook. So, but even before you get there, what's important that you plan? You plan your story. So I would have basically get a just a piece of paper, and I would start jotting down my ideas. You understand? So let me see the house. So maybe it's all about let me see what I call it the old house. The old house, right? That's the subject of my story. It's about the old house, or events in the old house, or something like that. The old house dream. I don't know. Come with some crazy idea for a story. But what's important is that you highlight your characters. You name your characters. This thing even not the way I want it to, but let's go. Right. So my characters is Maya and Grumpy. All right, and I should basically, where's this story taking place? This is in Bartica, right? That's my setting. Bartica and with him in the line or somewhere, I don't know. But anyway, Bartica is very broad. Grumpy, how old is Grumpy? Some characteristics of Grumpy. How old, right? How he looks, his looks. What else we want to talk about? We want to talk about his attitude. Right, his attitude. Maya, again, describe. So the idea is I'm plotting out, and stuff. Good. So I can get an idea where my story is taking place. It's about the old house. It's taking place in Bardica. My main character is Maya and Grampy, or grandmother, whoever it is. I'm just showing you. You need to plan your work out before you start writing. Right? Now, what are some of the key things that are going to happen in this story? Okay, well, maybe I need to go on a vacation. Right? I'm going on a vacation. Good. So I'm going on a vacation. What's going to happen on this vacation? Now, the key thing to story is that you must have a plot. And what makes your plot interesting is how you must always have some stake, right? Something that you could lose, something to gain, right? And there must always be some challenge you must overcome. So what kind of tragedy or challenges, right, these characters gonna face in this story, right? And it mustn't be one thing. Okay, maybe Graham, he is sick, or maybe there's a bushfire that is moving through and it's coming in to take the house down. And if nothing is done to save it, you have to come up with something to lose. Man versus something, man versus nature, man versus. You must have something to overcome, and that's what makes a story a story. And you must show that as you must always plot it out in such a way that you show that there's this challenge, and just as you overcome this challenge, something greater happen, and the stakes rising. You understand? And when you think things just about to get better, it even got worse. And then comes the victory, and you resolve your story. But you must have an idea where your story going. So you're gonna, you jot down what's gonna happen in your story. Right? Maybe you miss the boat. You go into the bar, you miss the boat. You miss the boat. But then something coming, you're able to get the boat to go. While going now, the bar, you got to visit your grandfather, this old house. What's next gonna happen? Oh boy, there was poor visibility, smoke. Oh boy, this thing writing nice, man. Smoke in the river. Right? There's smoke in the river. right? So there might be smoke in the river. Then, and the captain had a hard time, reaching. Now, when you reach Bartica, you realize the smoke is is right through the whole of Bartica, and it might be heading to Grampy's house. And then you kick into action, you start to panic and stuff, and then you go fire near Grampy's house. And maybe you try calling him and you had poor signal, and then come out there, poor signal or something, And at least you have a plot, you have a plan. And then what happened? Maybe I don't know how you help save Grampy House. Maybe the people in the community, maybe because maybe there's only one fire truck and he's busy with other fires and stuff. So maybe you had you saw a group of young men and you call them and you got by Grampy's house and you were able to go to the well and it wasn't dry because it was drought, but somehow by a miracle there was water there and you were able to out the fire. At least that's your idea. You have a plan. And once you have your plan now, you know what you're going to be talking about. You can now attack your story. How would your story start? And this is where a lot of students, so I think I ran out of time. I said 15 minutes, and I think I'm already expiring that 15 minutes already. Well, let me get down to a couple points. So how do you develop these couple points now? A good introduction. How do you start? How would I start this story? Tragedy struck the tongue of Bartica. So right away I'm thinking, what's the tragedy? Something like that. And then you get in and you start talking about, going on this, there's this girl named Maya and she some get a nice backstory, do the character development, describe your character, how she looks. And remember, you don't have to develop your character all in one breath. You could show different characteristics or attributes of your character, as the story develops. Sometimes you want to know the intelligence level of Maya, right? You could do that through a dialogue by the decisions she makes or the kind of judgment, which there's a conversation between her and her mom. And you could tell that she's smart based on the conversation she had with her mother, right? Is there anything unique about her that that your readers need to know, right? That she has is there any some kind of mark, maybe there's some birthmark, maybe there's something unique about her, is there anything important about her general outlook of life, bring out those things, but you don't have to do it all at once. We do it in stages. So you don't spend time just doing, oh, this is Grampy, this is Maya, and then you get into the thing. You could talk about Maya, and then you could come to a point in the next paragraph whereby, okay, she's heading and she's thinking about Grampy. And then you could start describing Grampy as this kind of guy and stuff and so on. So she's thinking about him while she's going. But then her surroundings, she recognizes there's smoke in the river, smoke all around, and she's wondering what's going on with the smoke coming from. And you go like that and so on. And then you talk about Bartica, give a little, little background on how Bartica looks and so on. Give the reader the necessary information. All right, but this here, and then you conclude, right? Happy ever after you solve all the problems that you highlighted. So I hope I have given you, a little insight on how you should think about your stories and your story writing. Always plan it beforehand. That's the first thing. All right, always plan it beforehand and pay attention to how you develop your character. All right, and always ensure you have stakes. You must always have something to lose if you don't gain success. That's what makes your story interesting. All right, so always think about that when you're writing stories. All right, so the same kind of thinking you'll do to the other question, right? The other option question. And now we come on to persuasive writing. Like once again, but here I'm just basically going to talk quickly about the introduction, and then everything should be flowing from there. So here You always start off by having a hook. Like, for example, bodybuilding competitions and beauty pageants are degrading to men and women. What would be something to capture your reader's attention? Maybe you could ask a question like, are you comfortable seeing men walk in the road with with just their brief or underwear? You ask a question. And then you could give a background, right? Bodybuilding competitions have been doing this for the longest while and years and so on. However, and there's by you share your thesis statement, whether you agree or disagree. I agree that bodybuilding competitions and beauty pageants are degrading to men and women for 1, 2, 3 reasons. What are the 3 reasons you believe it's degrading? You understand? You're showing out your body for prize money. All right. When you don't win the competition, it can hurt the person's self-esteem. 3, it causes men or women to push their body, over the extreme just to maintain the looks or show. And that's my introduction. What did you notice there? I had a hook. Whereby I asked you a question to get you thinking about it. I had the background, what bodybuilding competition is all about. And I state my thesis statement, my position, all right, on the question, right? Whereby you clearly saying that you agree or you disagree. And I have my supporting points to back up my position. You just mentioned those 3 points in passing. Now, those 3 points that you've mentioned there, that's basically the foundation for the body or the rest of your essay. So you're going to decide which order you're going to put those points in, and you will start talking about them. So firstly, what was the first point I made? I'm trying to remember the first point I made. Right? It's never good to put your body out on display for money. Right? This is associated with prostitution. And prostitution had, and something like that, and you have facts and figures, and you quote some article that you might have made up or stuff, but you make it sound real, right? According to some psychologist report, you understand, men and women who usually does this, you understand, sets a trend or a pattern for others, and could cause a society to have a loose or slack morals, something of that nature, right? And you develop that paragraph, right, by using statistics, examples, quoting, some specialists, right? Maybe share your own personal experience that you may have had or somebody's experience, right? And you develop that one paragraph on that point. Then you go secondly, and you go to the next point that you mentioned up in your introduction. And again, you back it up with information and you use emotive language to make people feel that and believe what you're saying and want to share in what you're saying. So you have to, use your vocabulary well to get people to feel things. And that's basically how you go about developing the essay. So 5 paragraphs, right? The least, right? And this essay should, be finished. The conclusion, you highlight back your position and maybe mention your key points and any closing remarks that is going to tie in or support or to, you don't introduce new points there, right? But you just basically bring your reader back to by asking questions and so on, if they agree with you and that kind of thing. So, and that's it. So I hope that this session was informative. I hope that you have had the opportunity to, go through this paper. I know it's already 8:21 already, so I advise that you go and you spend some time and answer all these questions. So for a good 2.5 hours, or maybe do 1 hour at a time, take a break and come back. But you really have to have the feel of sitting down there for that long period and just write and flow. All right, so get your work finished and I'll get back in a few minutes, whereby I'm going to do a little maths. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to just leave this ad running. All right, and
For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2. We provide a quote. Step 3. You place your order. Step 4. We deliver for free. At Joseph's Hub, we have a proven track record of quality service. So don't wait. Contact us today. For all your school supplies such as office, field, janitorial and online shopping and shipping needs. At Joseph's Hub we make it easy for you in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Send us your request or list. Step 2.